Welcome everyone to the video games pickup video for November of 2022, and yes, it's that time of the year where these also include my Black Friday pickups. Now I've included three other items in here that weren't necessarily video game pickups, but they kind of are oddly related in the same way, just based on it kind of being an interactive media, and we'll get those out of the way first and foremost. Now Amazon had this great Blu-ray sale going on a little bit before Black Friday, so I picked up three movies. One of them I've seen, the other two I haven't, but I guarantee they're going to be bangers. Now, naturally, knowing me, I picked up The Batman. Great movie. Saw it back in March or April when it came out. Excited to watch this again. I picked up Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I saw the original Sonic the Hedgehog, and both of these, for some reason, I missed seeing in theaters. So it's nice to own this and the original so I can finally watch this. And the last one is Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse. I know nothing about this movie. I've heard the title. But for $10 each for these three movies, not a bad deal. But now it's time to get into the game pickup video, because we have a whole bunch of games that I picked up this month. Most of them on Black Friday, some not, and we'll go into those. Now, the Black Friday picks are some of the ones we're going to go into first. And I want to talk about getting the Chant, and I want to talk about getting Thymesia. Now, these are games I picked up from Gamestop. Now, the reason I want to talk about these two specifically, actually there's another one in here, but I don't know where it is offhand, is GameStop had some fantastic Black Friday sales this year. But unfortunately, even for me getting these games new, these were the only, two of the three GameStop games that I got that actually came in shrink wrap, even though they were all new. Now, naturally, GameStop does this in their stores where they open up a game, say it's the display model, and then still tries to sell it to you as new. To me, that's not new if it doesn't have the shrink wrap. I know that can be debated for some people out there, but I ordered all these games online, so naturally they should have all kind of came in shrink wrap. But the next couple games that I got from GameStop, and we're going to go into these, didn't come in shrink wrap. Minus one of them, which we'll get out of the way from the get-go when I find it. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Sorry about that. Kind of missed where this game was. I didn't realize it was in here. And that game that's still in shrink wrap, the last one of them, is Kingdom Hearts, Melody of Memory. And this is apparently a rhythm-based Kingdom Hearts game, which kind of looked cool. I never wanted to pay the full price tag, and this was $10 on Black Friday, so I felt like it was finally worth the pickup. And aside from that, I got 3, 6, 7, 8 games from GameStop. None of them, even though they all say new, came in shrink wrap. And I think what GameStop does, because of their locations of shipping, is I kind of feel like they ship out of their stores. Just because some of these shipping tags I had looked at, they were right in the vicinity of a bunch of GameStops, and it would only make sense as to why they would have stickers on them unless they were shipping straight from their warehouse in Texas, which those games were shrink wrapped. So interesting practice that they would ship from their stores. So you guys saw the first game already. It's A Hat in Time. I've heard brilliant things about this game for years, and I just never picked it up. It was a great price. It says $29.99. I'm almost positive I paid $20 for this. The next one is a game that kind of looked cool. It kind of reminded me of Salt and Sanctuary from looking at the back, and that's Death Gambit Afterlife. Now these have to be shipping from the stores because this says new, and this case is really beat up. Come on, GameStop, you can do better. These aren't new. They come with the manual and stuff, so that's cool. But dude, there's sticker marks all over this. Then a game I've never heard of, which kind of looked cool, Phobia. It looks like a survival horror game in the vein of the like OG Resident Evils. In terms of survival horror, I think the next two games I got are survival horror. One of them is Akai. Don't really know anything about this. It looks like another like Japanese horror game. It kind of reminds me in a weird way of Fatal Frame, just based on the art style, but I'm not sure at all. Then I got a game that was Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song. Never heard of this either. One of the main things I wanted to do with a lot of these Black Friday pickups, I wasn't looking for the AAA games. I was looking for those games that I've never heard of. Games that, like, they're out there, but no one I know has them. So that's, not in particular about this one, though, because this game was everywhere when it was released, and it's Sifu. I was waiting for this to come out for a good price. $25 Black Friday for the Vengeance Edition, which comes with the Steelbook, and it looks like an art book. Still not new. The newest thing about this is I guess they taped it. I'm sorry that I have to like kind of trash on GameStop like this, but these aren't new. Like maybe no one's played the game, but someone's clearly opened the packaging. I think the packaging is what makes it new, as well as the game. It's a combo as to what new means. And then another game never heard of, kind of looked interesting. It's a game called Dolmen. I did not see very good reviews on this, but it kind of looks cool. And the last game is a game that I was waiting to price drop. This game has clearly price dropped a bunch of times from like the 15 stickers GameStop has on this, but it's Ghostwire Tokyo. Now, I didn't pick up many retro games this month, aside from like two of them, and we'll go into that. But Ghostwire Tokyo, I kept seeing it price drop from $60 to $50 to $35. So to get it for $25 was a good deal there. Now, one game, these are games I picked up off Amazon, and naturally they came shrink wrapped, is The Quarry. This was really cheap. I know this only recently came out. It's made by Supermassive Games, and they made like Until Dawn and the Dark Pictures anthology games. So this kind of looks cool. It looks like another one of their style of games. So probably something, I can just play over the course of a couple nights just to relax. Speaking of Supermassive Games, I picked up Dark Pictures anthology, The Devil in Me. I was really excited for this game, except I've heard it's not that awesome, which is a little upsetting to hear, but it's like a interactive game, so I'm not really complaining as long as the story is decent. Speaking of games that I heard weren't that good when they first came out, No More Heroes 3 was on sale. I love the first two No More Heroes, and I've heard 3 was like kind of a buggy mess when it came out on the Switch, but decent price, had to pick it up. Looking forward to eventually playing this. I'm hoping they've patched it. One other game I picked up that, people trashed online, and I kind of just picked it up for the sheer fact of what it was. I don't expect this to be a good game. Maybe I'll be wrong. It's Mozart's Requiem. Apparently you play as a young Mozart here, doing Mozart-y things. I don't really know much about it. The title is literally the reason I bought this. Now, another game that really didn't sell well, to my knowledge, but I always see it on discount, is Neo: The World Ends With You. I played the original game's remake on the Switch, so this is like a recreation, I think, of that kind of, or at least in that type of The World Ends With You style. Looking forward to it. Wanted to get the Switch version because I played the other one on the Switch, so it only kind of made sense, and I feel like this would be a cool game to just like play handheld-wise. Speaking of a bunch of cool games that might be able to, cool to play handheld-wise, I picked up the Atari 50 Anniversary Collection. I've heard nothing but good things about this game, and I'm looking forward to playing it, especially because Atari games aren't really intuitive, and this has Jaguar games on it. And I've never played Jaguar except for one time, so to be able to have those games without having to spend a bunch on the system is going to be really cool. And then, the last Switch game I have here that I bought was Pokemon Scarlet. Came out this month, had to get it. Really got back into Pokemon ever since I got my 3DS, and this was just a pre-order that had to happen. Speaking of pre-orders that I had to have, I have Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana. This is a game that was finally re-released on the PlayStation 5. The original versions for the Switch and the PS4 go for way too much money now, so when this got announced as like a $40 re-release for the PlayStation 5, I immediately jumped on it. Never played the original versions, always wanted it to, but by the time I started looking for them, they were already priced through the roof. Another game that I had pre-ordered this month, which I've heard decent reviews about, and I felt like I had to get it because I felt like this was going to be a really good game for the series, Sonic Frontiers. Now, I'm mad because I bought this day one for $60, and it was on sale for $30 during Black Friday, and I still haven't played it. I should have just waited it, but the only thing so far that I've seen about this game that I don't like is they've reworked Sonic's voice actor, but that could just be a me problem. Now, before we get into the two retro games I did get this month, because they're Christmassy themed, the last game I picked up was Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. Looking forward to playing this. I've heard interesting things about it, but, it's a Final Fantasy game, so I'll probably enjoy it if it's very good with the story. So the two retro games I got this month are Christmassy based, as I mentioned, and they're games from the late 90s, early 2000s, based on two of my favorite Christmas movies. And first off, for the Sega Dreamcast, I finally bought The Grinch. The Grinch Who Stole Christmas is one of my favorite Christmas books and movies of all time. I saw the Jim Carrey movie in theaters, but I also had this Dr. Seuss animated movie for it from probably the 70s or something growing up. And I used to watch this thing all the time during Christmas. I don't think I've really heard fantastic things about this game, but for Christmas time, I wanted it. And for that matter, too, one of my other favorite Christmas movies from my childhood, I picked up on the Nintendo GameCube, and that's The Polar Express. Now, The Polar Express I saw in theaters with my mom when I was 12 years old. I wasn't really sure if I was going to like it going into it. She wanted to see it, and I wanted to get out of the house. So I saw it and I fell in love with the movie, and just that memory of seeing that movie is one of my favorite childhood memories. I also have this movie on Blu-ray, and I do plan on watching it again this year like I always do. So, I felt like picking up those two games were going to be great for this season. Now, you guys saw this huge lot of pickups, right on par with my usual Black Friday pickups. Fortunately and unfortunately, a lot of games. Didn't think I was going to buy a lot of games this year. I bought a lot of everything this year, if we're going to be honest. I got a new TV for my bedroom, a new PS4 controller so I can, start playing my PS4 games in my bedroom, leave my PS5 in the living room. But I'm excited to be playing all of these. These are all cool looking games. What did you guys get for Black Friday this year? If you've gotten any of these games or played them, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Do you think I'm going to like them? Am I going to dislike them? As always, until next time, guys, I hope you had a great holiday season and the holidays up ahead. Stay happy, stay healthy. Until next time, see ya. Bye.